probably one of the most frustrating things that I hear from women who are struggling with lots of symptoms in perimenopause, menopause. They go to their doctor, they get their labs drawn, and they get the results, and their doctor tells them it's normal, and they don't feel normal and they don't understand what's going on. So I want to talk a little bit more about this so that way trust me, you're not going crazy. If you're new to me, my name is Sherry. I'm certified in menopause health and hormone optimization, and I love to educate women so they can make informed decisions as they transition into menopause. So let me talk about what happens when you get your bloods drawn, okay? There's a reference range. There's a low end and a high end, and this is what most doctors look at when they're interpreting your blood results. Now, just because your number is in the reference range does not mean it's in the optimal range. Reference ranges are based on the general population, okay? It's where the majority of people fall on a bell-shaped curve, and that's how they come up with their reference ranges. Let me explain. Let me show you a graphic here, okay? So there's that bell-shaped curve, right? So the general population are going to fall between these 2 points. That's the reference range, okay? So here you are in your 20s. You're at the higher end of the reference range. This is when you're feeling great. You're not having any symptoms, but all of a sudden you 30, you hit 40 years old, you get 50 years old, and all of a sudden you start having symptoms. Maybe it's like right here, okay? This is why when you go to your doctor, they draw your blood work and you're like, why am I feeling this way? And they come back, you're within the reference range. They tell you you're normal and you're like, but I don't feel normal. It's because you're no longer in this optimized state, okay? That's what I mean, the difference between within the reference range versus being optimized. In other words, being normal doesn't mean that your lab results are optimal for how you feel. So when you're looking to get your blood work optimized, you want to find a hormone specialist that's going to get you back up to this optimized range. What's going to be optimized for you. Now, of course, any specialists that you're working with are not just going to look at labs alone, okay? They correlate these labs with your symptoms, with your medical history, and make sure that they're developing a treatment plan that is safe for you. Because when you're looking at hormone optimization, it's about getting you back up here, okay? But it's not just for symptom relief, even though getting you back up here is going to help with symptom relief, but it's also about disease prevention and longevity. It's about protecting your heart, protecting your brain, protecting your bones, because that's what optimization is. And this is why you may be getting a little bit frustrated whenever you're told that your labs are normal, but you're not feeling normal. It's because you're within these 2 reference points, but you're not in the optimal zone. So I hope that better explained about optimization of your hormones, because I know it can be really frustrating, especially when you're told that your labs are just normal and you're not feeling normal. Now, if you have any questions, comments, please drop them in the comment section. I'm happy to answer anything. And if you'd like more information and education of how